welcome. Come on in. So I want to thank you for carving out some space in your time. And as we gather on this land and remember who we are on this land, as we share intimate stories of family and hurt, but also hope, I want to welcome you to this place, right? But also know that this has always been our place. We don't need to be welcomed back into our own home. So I'm going to start off with Eliza giving us some teachings.
The values of that underlying foundation of the Nahil language and cultural guide are entrenched with our values as spiritual in nature and not necessarily religious. Although one can practice spirituality through religion, these values are very significant. There are some Cree values, what we follow, principles of our native way, and that is one of them. They're all very important. The first one is Wakotuin, Kinsip, Miowitetuin, getting along with each other, Mamawotatuin, working cooperatively, Mamanatsuin, respect for one another, Bisquestamasuin, to speak on behalf of others, Giskino Mahasuin, to accept guidance, Giskino Wapamuin, a keen sense of observation, Nanahitamuin, obedience, to listen with an open heart. Nanahitamuin, we use a lot for our children. Gisewatsuin, a very important word for elders, compassion, loving, and kindness. We use that for adults and elders. Tapuawin, kananachisuin, honest and clean living. Wichituin, sharing. Okitawawin, wiwawin, generosity. Tapetue simon, ekitaksisuin, humility. Kimamataksuin, humility. Blessing each other with humility. Kimamataksuin. Wakotuin. Kanawehitun, utuin, taking care of one another. And if you paid attention and listened to the Cree words, they all end with win. Win is a suffix that denotes inclusion, together.
Hey. You had an inspiration to do a camp. What was the origins of that inspiration?
The big one there is Wakotawan, bringing our people together.
Yeah.
For myself, I've been lack of communicating with my own kids, now my grandchildren, that I cannot speak my language fluently. And slow but sure, I'm getting the ceremony back. And so what these our youth are telling us now, get over it. Listen, you went through the bad time, now it's time for us. So they're asked us, help us bridge this gap. We know you went to residential school, but we can heal together in a good way. We can begin our ceremonies in a good way, because a lot of our youth know more ceremonies than we do now.
Yeah,
You know, they know our songs. For example, my daughter is very wise in her cultural way, in a way that women should be looked at.
Yeah.
So they've asked us to bridge this gap from who we were in residential school, right? And at the end of the day, they said, let's put this camp together so you can be a good ancestor. Because someday soon we're going to be all ancestors.
Exactly.
Yes.
Cree is a very strong language that promotes the values of our customs and our culture. So they learned from their grandmothers, and but yeah, and then we went to residential school. So that's 2 generations. So there's so much missing there for nurturing. In psychology, they say nurture or nature. So mostly we missed out on the nurture part, both generations.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to, myself as an elder, I've reached that quadrant of wisdom and introspection on the north side, mental side. So now it's my turn
Mm-hmm.
to look at the children.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where my part of the quadrant is looking at the children and bringing them back to what I learned through my adult life, what I'm learning from our knowledge keeper, Russ, what I'm learning from my sisters. Together as a cooperative now, I combine that and transcend all what I can. The healing part of myself is to transcend my language and ways to the children, and kind of don't let the past muddle my healing, as it were. That's will always be there, but just to leave that there and use the guiding principles of love and compassion as we make our journey through reconciliation.
Well, I also attended All Saints Residential School.
Yep.
And going in,
Yeah.
we were all saints.
Right.
Leaving, none of us were.
Right. Yeah.
We all strive for is faith,
Right.
right? Faith in who we are, faith
Mm.
in our traditions,
Mm-hmm.
you know, our smudge,
Right.
our ceremonies.
Did you feel like you experienced that particularly at the camp?
I did, because my daughter was there, so
Yeah.
I had, she came with faith in her
Yeah.
relations,
Right.
right? In her aunties, her
Yeah.
uncles, faith that she could learn something about who she is,
Yeah.
right? Bring something home for her,
Right. Right.
identify with who she is.
Right.
First time, I remember I brought her to one of the ceremonies for her father, and that's where she received her name,
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Mm.
But it was also the first time that evening that she saw the Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah.
And that really was enlightening for her to see that, experience that as a young child
Yeah.
on her community
Yeah. Yeah.
and really connect spiritually
Yeah.
with it. So that gave her faith,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you look at the photos of the kids,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, and it's encouraging, but it instills faith. Although the stories are terrible in regards to what happened, to us, to
Yeah.
our parents and everything,
Yeah.
but I think faith in regards to passing on our knowledge.
My favorite memories, I guess, all these little girls coming together.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we had so much fun, so much fun. These little guys here too, right? You know, that's our grandchildren, that's our new Sims. I don't think we even spoke about residential school because we were so inclined to making our family so happy and coming together and bonding,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It was so powerful. That's my memory. And I'll always,
Yeah.
cherish this.
Yeah.
But again, it's only a beginning for
That's
us.
right.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the first step, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the word reconciliation because we're not doing that.
No.
We're
No.
bringing back
That's right.
who
That's
we
right.
are, our traditions.
Yeah.
So events like this, not only for us, but for our generations, our next generations, our future generations. We have more children coming into our family.
Exactly. Yep.
In the belly. So having, this type of ceremony, not only for our community, our family, but for all communities.
My memory of the camp was just to see the happiness in the little kids and sisters and brothers, and we were all there,
Mm-hmm.
all the siblings, and we never got a family picture together. Always
it's all over.
busy. I was all over the place making sure it was going good. Breakfast, the meals were excellent, and it was fantastic. Yeah,
Mm.
and the kids were learning teachings from our teachers, like
Mm.
learning how to say their Cree words like the kitten,
Yeah.
making earrings and that. I miss that. And all our little teaching circles that happened with Adrian and Doreen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To have my older sister drive, her and her husband and her son drive from Manitoba
Yeah.
to join in just made it perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess in the beginning is when we started that first fire.
Mm.
You know, we need at every ceremony we need to have a fire. And I bought my log to share,
Mm.
and we have a fire ceremony where we just run a log and we tell our stories.
Mm-hmm.
And late into the evening, listening to these young kids tell stories, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and they all respected the fire and the medicine that we had
Yeah.
around there. And you know, there was some sharing and some bad stuff, but we all got together and we prayed hard,
Mm.
and we uplifted that spirit and that
Mm.
fire, right? Because it's all in us.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think that's what it is. You know, we brought that fire back into our kids, and
Yes,
knowing
amen.
that,
Yes.
you know, we're going to be moving forward, and the teachings, our TP
Yes.
teachings, is such a valuable to our kids, and we were part of that as men. This is
Yeah.
our work, this is our grant
Yeah.
work, and our women sit
Mhm.
around us, right?
Mm.
Because each of those poles is a value, and one of the biggest value, the one that I hung on with the lady there was Wakota, hope moving forward that we do this in a good way. And again, with my sister, yes, she accepted the apology, but I didn't.
Mm.
You know, it's a God. You know, who knows? Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
I got a lot of life. Like my life is too short, eh?
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Yeah. What I got out of the gathering was a sense of being a Cree woman.
Mm.
And it brought me back, like for a minute, as a young girl
Mm.
in the forest picking berries.
Yes. Oh, man.
Because that
Yeah.
the trees
Sound.
and the sound of the wind through the
Mhm.
trees just brought me back. I went, wow, you know, and I was so grateful. And then walking to the lake and seeing all the Mother Nature's medicines and the water, and it just brought me back to such a connection to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And that was personal, very personal for me. And I just gave thanks so much, and I prayed so much for being a sister, a mother, a granny, a chapan, and his children running around just put such
Mm.
happiness in my heart
Mm.
to see such energy
Mm-hmm.
and laughter and happiness and just so much positive energy in these children that are just like sponges, willing to learn
Mm.
and stopping. Nobody had to say, "Hey, settle down." It was just like, "Oh, we're doing this lesson. Musum is going to put up the teepee for us." They were all there listening.
Mm-hmm.
They were all paying attention. All little sponges wanting to learn about their culture. And a lot of the little girls were wearing their ribbon
Yeah.
skirts
Oh, wow.
and getting all dressed up, looking like kokums.
Yeah.
And I always think of kokums when I see little girls like this.
Yeah.
So I went for a real quick, like from young to where I am now.
On that, I think I'll leave that because I think I want to thank you for being a granny, and a friend,
Yes.
and Coco,
And
and
a
all the
chapa.
all the real words that we describe ourselves with, you know, and a real identity of how we're supposed to describe ourselves. I want to thank you for that.
Prairie woman. I am from the prairie, born a Cree, strong and free, but only to a degree. They came and took me away, for being a Cree was a threat to some. Strong and free I will stand. I am from the prairie, you see. But to no avail, this Cree will prevail, just to show that they could fail to take the Cree from the prairie. I will be strong and free. I am from the prairie, you see.
That's beautiful.